Hey folks, we're back again with now Nerd-A-Geddon, and today is another Man Down edition, episode 2. Our boy Dalton has got some big priorities going on, with Pixel Buds and of course the daily challenges of life. He's doing good. There's nothing to be alarmed. He's just down for the count today. Again, he will be in future episodes. But to continue on today's episode, we are going to be talking about the infamous Young Justice cartoon that has been around since 2010 November timeframe to now. And we're going to be talking about how it's kind of changed in impact and given back to the fans. Boys, what do you got to say?
Let's start
I
with
should be
you,
wearing
Paul.
should be wearing my Superman shirt. I know
Well,
we're gonna talk about this. I feel like I'm Moon Man. Oh well, shit happens. I love Young Justice. It's great. It's damn. It's been around for a minute now. When did it come out?
It came out 2010, so I was a junior and you guys were seniors when it came out.
No, I was already graduated.
Were you graduated at that point? Because I graduated. Oh yeah,
I graduated.
Yeah,
09.
that was going into my senior year. Yep, never mind. You're right.
Yep.
So I was a senior and you guys were already at high school at that point.
It was originally released in November 26th.
Yep. For all you fans out there that are just now discovering Young Justice, we grew up with that after the follow-up succession of Teen Titans cartoon. That was our anime DC attempt that did really well.
Sold.
Oh yeah, Paul's a big Teen Titans fan, and believe it or not, folks, Young Justice was its own comic title for a while to now a cartoon. But we're gonna keep talking about why we love it, and we'll continue on to what made it great.
Heads
Paul,
up for spoilers.
heads up for spoiler. Yeah, spoiler alert. there will be
Major spoilers for those who haven't seen it.
Paul, who was your favorite Young Justice character?
I already tell you.
I know the easy answer would be Superboy, but he was up there. But no,
It's a tough one.
See. All right. So while our boy Paul is thinking, I can tell you mine.
All right.
Only because one, it's my favorite DC character, mainly who he's based off of, essentially. Kid Flash.
Ooh,
I love
that's a good one.
the Flash family. Just let's go.
he had
they
one of the better
expanded
arcs in the first season.
He did, and they expanded that when they brought in Impulse, Barry Allen's grandson.
Exactly.
Crash.
So
Crash.
Kid Flash.
Crash. Okay, so we got Kid Flash for you, Paul.
I might have to go. I might have to go with Aqualad.
Aqualad's a solid pick.
He just had to. I don't want to hold it down, but damn if I have to.
I don't want to, but I'm going to.
Exactly.
Aqualad was
You're old enough.
Aqualad was a phenomenal pick. They went with Calder versus the original Aqualad, which I think was a bold move that was needed. And we'll tackle the boldness of it. And to me, it was the not just the diversity issue with Aqualad, but if you guys look at Aqualad compared to the other Atlanteans, he has webbed fingers, he has gills, and he is the son of Black Manta. So they didn't really tackle that much in the show why he is. That mystery was awesome, and the fact that he really sold an Atlantean role very well with like gestures, magic, and attack. But
The whole culture.
yes, if I had to say my favorite Young Justice character, I would say Red Arrow for the first 2 seasons.
Okay.
That man's been through some stuff.
Yeah. The mole. Yes.
Um,
Yes, you are.
For those who don't know, Young Justice originally was 2 seasons, and then went to the DC app for a 3rd season, and that brought in the Outsiders arc, which is beautifully done because the Outsiders don't get a lot of recognition. To you fans out there who don't read comics but have watched Black Lightning was a prominent character and leader at one point for the Outsiders. Then it went to HBO Max, and now it's still going for season 4, which has tackled the Batman family, not Batman, the family of Batman. And recently, Paul and I have been nerding out beyond belief with the Magic family. Ain't that right, Paul?
Yes. Yes, and the whole, I think, who is it, Mary of the Shazam family, turning away from the power because it was addicting, apparently.
Yes. That was a big thing to tackle for all you younger viewers out there who don't understand addiction. Mary described it very well. It's very addicting and can disrupt and corrupt you very much so.
Now they got her using it kind of like Ultra Boy. You know, Ultra Boy kind of like Superman, who can only use one of the powers at a time.
Yes.
Like he either got invulnerability, super speed, but not both at the same time.
Yeah, it's only one at a time he can use.
Yeah.
For the viewers out there who don't know this stuff, Young Justice has definitely taken a turn more for the mature side. When we grew up watching it, it was very wholesome with dark undertones. Now it is completely leveled out maturity level for us as viewers, because now we're adults, we're paying bills, and we deserve that animation. Yes. Let's talk about some dark moments that appeal to us as adults, but still love the animation of the artwork. Paul, what was one of your dark moments that you was like mind blown by it?
One of the darker moments in Young Justice.
Mm-hmm.
Season 2 of Aqualad, that whole thing. That whole arc with him with his father and, spoiler alert, killing Artemis.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole, we lied to everybody for this, just to get to the light. But then again, Vandal fucking Savage. There's a reason why they call him Savage.
The goat of vandalism. The goat of savagery.
Yeah. But that probably one, that whole Aqualad killing Artemis. Because you really thought, he really turned tail.
Thought he killed her.
He really turned tail.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Will, what about you? What's a dark moment for you with Young Justice that you thought was really appropriate?
I would say for me, it's going to take a little bit longer because I haven't seen this show in forever.
Do you want a reminder, since you're such a Kid Flash fan? When Kid Flash sacrificed himself, even though he couldn't keep up with Impulse or Barry.
See, there's a reason why I suppressed that. There's a reason
that
why.
was a good moment, though.
Oh yeah, it was very wholesome and whatnot, but that you can't say no to self-sacrifice because that's the whole hero shindig.
But his final message was, "Tell Artemis I'm sorry," was like the biggest tearjerker for my younger self. Like, oh my god,
right?
This is not for kids.
It's almost on par. I say almost, as when Vegeta does his own self-sacrifice.
Yes, that's very comparable.
Yeah.
For you young folks out there, that's from Dragon Ball Z.
Not Dragon Ball Z Kai. Not Dragon Ball Z Kai, Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Paul shake his head like, no Kai.
No Kai.
For me, folks, the most recent dark moment that struck me with Young Justice is when the Lords of Chaos sent their new entity into the world, and she wanted to see what the inside of a human looked like, and they actually showed it. And one of the Sentinels of Magic said, "This looks like an anatomy lesson." That to me was like, oh my god. Maybe second guess as a parent. Maybe my kid's not going to be ready for this at a young age to watch. But
that whole they ain't like baby idiot. They just show like they go to brains, they go to skin attached,
kidneys,
full anatomy class right there.
Oh yeah. The other big thing with Young Justice, why we're such fans of it, is the artwork never changed. The voice characters never changed. But what it did was subtly bring in new characters. One of my favorite characters they brought in subtly was Blue Devil. I'm a big Blue Devil fan. I love the magic side of DC. I'm hoping at some point they bring in one of our all-time favorites, John Constantine. And for the love of God, please keep Matt Ryan as the voice actor.
I was going to say, who's the voice actor?
It's got to be Matt Ryan. He's the only one. He had a season of his own show of Constantine, and he's voice acted ever since. He's been in the cartoons, and also was in Flash and Arrow and Legends of Tomorrow, I believe.
I still want my own Dr. Fate. I'm sorry.
Dr.
Fate is getting his own interpretation with the Black Adam movie, which we're all looking forward to.
Yeah, he does one Black Adam. He got to be Dr. Fate because he looks the part. He looked like Kent Nelson.
Oh yeah, the beard, the helmet, the costume, just perfection in my opinion. But guys, we all have come to the realization that cartoons are not for children, not anymore, not in today's society of nerdy culture.
If
Paul?
Some cases, kids a little more mature, like Young Justice. You got like a 10-year-old, you could literally just age them through that whole series and get them into comics that way. Mm-hmm. Like Young Justice is a good enough show where anybody can get into it and understand the universe enough to pick up a comic on each character who they want to see.
Oh yeah, you've got the Bat Family arc you can pick from. You got Blue Beetle you can pick from, and they even mentioned the original Blue Beetle. Stargirl made her appearance in season 4 briefly, but it was cool.
Oh, yeah, finally.
Janie Rise, right, for Blue Beetle?
Yeah.
Jaime, right?
Jaime, sorry. I knew it's fucked up. Jaime. Not fucked up, excuse me.
He coming with the own HBO show, and so is Batgirl.
Yes. For all those that don't know, Batgirl is getting her own HBO debut, along with Blue Beetle. And a long time ago, Blue Beetle almost got approved for a TV show. You can still find the little trailer on YouTube, and it looked awesome. I don't know why it flopped, and I could probably guess that Warner Bros. Just scrapped it because they thought no one's going to watch it.
That's mainly the thing.
They were talking about doing a Blue Beetle show based off of the Blue Beetle and Booster Gold from Smallville a couple of years ago, a while ago, when that first came out.
Yeah, I think they were trying to do like a collab or some shit, trying to introduce them to get to that point.
Like had Booster Gold like a mentor to the new Blue Beetle. Like, I knew Ted.
Yep. Smallville was a great way to bring in new heroes to expand upon the DC universe. Not the greatest show. I enjoyed it.
Smallville will always have a place right here. Always hold on to Smallville.
It is for the time it was phenomenal. It was great, but again, Warner Brothers, they don't take that risk, and I'm 50-50 on Warner Brothers with risk. Cartoons, I will never question their risk with it. Their cartoons are phenomenal, and I enjoy it. Still as an adult, I look forward to watching it. Like my son's 4 months, and I'll put on Batman Brave and the Bold, or I'll put on.
Nice.
Yes, I know, right? Batman Brave and the Bold, classic.
You guys showing the Music Meister episode.
Oh, anything with music, he gets real excited for, which makes me happy as a nerd.
It's Neil Patrick Harris singing.
Mm-hmm.
And Batman.
I feel like Neil Patrick Harris, if he went to Comic-Con dressed as the Music Meister, I would lose my mind.
Dude, people will lose their fucking shit if they did.
He would win.
Oh yeah.
Especially if he did it incognito. That'd be great.
Oh my god, like Henry Cavill did with the V mask and winning around got autographs. I love that video.
I'm sorry, Hank. I would have been like, hold up.
Can you sing?
You're too big.
Big boy.
You're too big. Hold up. Let me talk to you for a second.
Folks, we truly encourage you to go enjoy the mythos and continuation of Young Justice. Not just because we're fans, but because we are fans of the animation, the story, the comics, the voice actors, the production crew. We will tackle more on that kind of stuff because obviously we three grew up with the classics of the 90s Spider-Man cartoon, Batman the Animated Series, and so forth.
Speaking of Spider-Man.
Shut up.
Paul is the only one that's seen Spider-Man.
Don't spoil Spider-Man. Do not.
Shut up.
Don't be a spoiler.
Oh, man. It was so good.
Paul.
I just said don't spoil it. Why would I spoil it?
Paul, I love you. Don't make me hurt you. I will come up there, find you, and destroy you.
I won't do that to you. I won't do that to you.
See, this is why I like you.
You just got...
So continuing our Young Justice topic, Paul mentioned that the show tackled religion. I've mentioned that it tackles depression and also interracial dating in a very small, subtle way to introduce your children into that.
Hitting all the check boxes.
Oh yeah, the interracial dating is with Miss Martian and Superboy. Really well balanced with that.
Racial and everything, and
religion with
parenting.
The Mars episode.
Oh, the religion and faith with the recent episode. That whole talk between Kent Nelson and Dr. Fate.
Yes.
How he just recite the Lord's Prayer right there in front of him.
That was a bold move, but it fits so well. For those who don't know, Zatara is Catholic, like Hispanic Catholic, so he's very devout, even though he's a magic user. And they put the prayer in there. Blew my mind, but it was not in your face. It was very subtle, well introduction to...
Telling you a point.
Mm-hmm. For the depression tackle with Beast Boy currently facing depression. Oh my god, it's so sad. Yes, he's on sleeping pills. Another thing they tackle as well was the drug addiction with Speedy, aka Red Arrow. Guys, you remember that episode, right?
And Superboy.
Oh, and Superboy when he was on the patches, yeah.
Yeah.
Young Justice to me is not just a cartoon, but as a parent now rewatching it, I'm like, there's a lot of PSA moments in it, guys.
Life lessons.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like the older show how like Static would used to do shit like that.
Oh my god, yep. That's
and
another future
Titans.
episode. That's another future episode. Static Shock. That is a whole legendary arc you cannot touch.
And yet most people forgetting about it.
Well,
Bring
actually,
it back,
Static
WB.
Shock. Actually, Static Shock
they
is
are.
in Young Justice.
They bring back the whole Dakotaverse.
Yeah,
like the guy who made it. Yeah, they doing the whole Hardware, Icon, Rocket, Blood Syndicate.
Where
to
is
be
this
fair,
information?
Icon and Rocket is in Young Justice, along with Static.
Yeah, they announced them doing DC Fandom last October.
Yes, DC Fandom. Thank God for that. That is your news source for DC. With
the whole Dakotaverse is coming with the movie, animated movie.
Oh, it's animated?
It's gonna be an anime movie that just features all of them with Static.
Thank God.
All of them.
All right, cool.
We'll talk more about that, but guys, though, in Young Justice, the Dakota universe is in it. With Orion, Rocket, they even tackled Rocket being pregnant at a young age because season 3.
Young.
Yeah, she was 15 and pregnant. That was a big topic, and they showed it in Young Justice season 3 when she showed up to the parent meeting, and I think it was it Vixen's kid that's like, "You got a baby in there." I was like, "Oh my god."
Yeah. Was that Vixen's kid or was it?
I think it vice versa. Was it Rocket's kid that said that?
No, Rocket was pregnant.
Okay, Rocket was the pregnant one.
Yeah. Yeah. So it had to be either. I think it had to be John's kid or. Yeah, I think they made John and Vixen a couple in that universe, so that had to be his. Because Jefferson, his girls are already grown up.
Yep. They also talk about being a single parent as well in Young Justice with Red Arrow and his daughter because his wife isn't around to protect her child. Yeah. Another big topic.
Living with the auntie.
Yeah. Oh my god! And props to Artemis' character. That is a huge role. Real quick though, Will, what's our timestamp looking like?
Well, right now we usually shoot for 15 minutes, guys, but we're hitting that 18-minute mark.
All right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up for this episode. As always, thank you for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button, and don't forget to do a shout
part 2.
Yeah, part 2.
We could always do a part 2.
We can always do a part 2.
Yep.
All right. Do we want to keep going and talk about more stuff for Young Justice, or part 2 and explain some of the stuff?
We can do part 2. Why not?
Okay. We can
All right,
split it in half.
I guess we'll end it here. We got some other shit to do, but we'll be back with a part 2.
Yep.
Have fun.